today with Taylor Braithwaite, and he's a student ambassador for Snow College. And the reason why I wanted to talk to him today, or you today, is because I wanted to know a bit more about how you be successful as a student and like how you prepare for tests and stuff. So here's the first question that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
I want to know because I saw your grades the other day, and I want to know like what like your strategy is, or like what approach you take to getting good grades.
I think the first thing is just having like a champion mentality. I just have the mindset to be the best in the class, number one. Of course, there's a lot of other factors, so you might not get that, but if you're trying to be the very best, you're going to end up learning a lot and doing well in the class. So I have that mindset to be the top student in every single one of my classes. But there's a lot of other things that add to the success. Doing the little things makes it so the big things get accomplished. So every little assignment, take care of it, and get done with homework days in advance instead of procrastinating. I think those all help to being successful.
So with that, like, because I try to go into like my hard classes and like I say every time like, hey, I'm going to do amazing with this class. Like I'm going to be so diligent and be that. So like, how do you, like, particularly with classes you don't like,
yeah.
How do you approach that with like a champion attitude? Because like when I get on a geology assignment and I hit the point like that, I'm like just reading this chapter forever, like I'm just done. So what do you do with that?
Yeah, that happens to me too. You're doing your homework and you're so frustrated, you don't understand it, and you're just like, man, I'm an idiot, I can't do this work. But then what helps me get out of like kind of that mindset or that viewpoint is seeing a future and visualizing a future me like accomplishing this and just like totally understanding it and it being awesome. But first I just have to get past this little hurdle right now, and then once I understand this, I'm going to look back on it. It's going to be so easy, but I just have to keep calm and just get through this. And it's really just visualizing the end point of where I want to be at.
So with that, would you say that there's any like habits that would contribute to your success as a student? Like anything you do routinely that drives things home?
I like to wake up early and do most of my homework in the morning or afternoons. One of the least productive times is the evening because that's when everyone wants to hang out. And if you try to do your homework at your apartment, it's not going to get done. But I like to go to the library where there's not many distractions and try to get it done, preferably in the morning and afternoon.
Okay, so here's something else I'm curious about. So how do you have like a champion attitude with like studying for a test? Like, do you cram for tests and like whatever works, like whatever you do is like works, you know, like how do you approach test taking and studying for that?
It really depends on the class. Every class is a little different. Like for math, I feel like the best way you can prepare for a math is just you have to do the problem. So doing all the assignments is a given. But like she gives us review assignments and other stuff we can do, but it doesn't apply to our grade. So I'll always do everything so that there's like nothing more I could have done to prepare for those math tests. And then I got other classes like business law where it's really hard to study for the class. So for that, I really don't know what's on the test, so I just I'll read the chapters, and I'll try to read the chapter before the teacher teaches that part of the class, and then before the test, review the chapters, and usually the tests go pretty well. One of the best things is it's fairly easy to get scholarships. You just have to have a good GPA, and then ACT. ACT is harder because you really don't know what to expect for that. Almost no one studies for it. Everyone typically only does it one or two times, and then they just call it quits. But if you really want a good scholarship, GPA, you already know people hand you on getting a good GPA. But as far as like ACT, I definitely would take a class or at least read a book. You should spend at least 20 hours before you take that ACT test. And like I'm a pretty conservative person, and I wouldn't ask someone to do something else I would do it. And I think that's really reasonable to spend 20 hours studying, because that will definitely get you a good scholarship.
Yeah, that's something I did not do. And that's why we're having this conversation. Just kidding. So then now, like, for a college student who's like broke and like looking at the ambassadors driving their nice cars, like, I don't know, whatever, but like,
yeah, my 1998
eating their sandwiches with cheese on it or whatever, all the signs of affluence. So what would you tell like a college student now, like what could they do to be able to better their experience at college, and like, I don't know, like maybe like have a little bit of like the same success that you've been having?
Okay, so success. As far as students, I'll start with like just having a good time at college. You have to be open. It's like pure attitude. There's so many people here. Everyone like loves it or they hate it. It seems like there's no really in between. It's because the lovers actually go out and they want to enjoy. They have creativity, make fun, and then there's the haters that just like, oh, someone else has to entertain me. They'll always say like, hey, let's go do something, and then I like will shoot out 10 ideas, and they're like, oh, I don't know. Like, dude, I shot out 10 ideas. You're shooting out none. So that's why they have a negative experience. It's all attitude. Try to find fun, and you'll find it. Another thing with grades, just do everything. Be on top of the ball. Do your homework early. Don't be like, it's okay if I don't do this. Do everything that you can to get a good grade, because it's going to pay out dividends in the end. And then scholarship, if you get good grades, you're going to get scholarships and then apply for other things.
Yeah, I like a few things that you said in there, like just do every assignment really well. Like I talked to another one of my friends, and he has a 4.0 at BYU, and he's an accounting major, so he's ridiculous.
Wow.
But like that's what he said, is he like every assignment treat it as if your entire grade depends on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then something earlier too is like attitude, because I began to notice that like I was in one study group in one of my classes, and like just their attitude is like, I hate this teacher, I hate this course, like I hate what's going on here. And like I just realized like obviously this is not like helping me get better at the subject. And so like I went and I moved my seat in class, and I sat back with the kids that actually cared and actually were able to do a good job. And so I think that's very true. Like with every part of the college experience, like attitude is important.
Yeah.
So that is my interview with Taylor. And I want to hear what you have to say, what you think makes a successful college student. So look at the comments below. Anyway.